Hello, darling. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon. I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. You are the architect, you are the director, and you are the main character in your life. And you belong right here. Everything is working in your favor. I want to remind you that you are unlimited. You are unlimited. There is nothing that you can't do. If you can imagine it, it's yours. Remember, anything that you can imagine, it means it already exists. So whatever you want to create, whatever you want to manifest, imagine yourself having that life. Imagine yourself with that life. Imagine yourself having possession of your desire. Imagine yourself hearing the words that you want to hear. So whatever it is, whatever desire you have, you can manifest that desire by persisting in your wish fulfilled. Post your questions. Let me know what you're thinking. Post your success stories. I want to hear your success stories. I know you have success stories. I know that you see that your thoughts are creating. I know that you can see that your desire is manifesting. I know you've manifested so many things so far. So remember, whatever it is you want to imagine yourself having it. Ignore anything in the 3D world that is unlike your desire. If it doesn't match your wish fulfilled, then ignore it. Don't give it any of your attention. Starve that vision of your attention. Smiley, you said, how do you manifest on a time crunch? To manifest on a time crunch, you want to see this desire as already being done. It's already done. That imagine your specific person already does things for you exactly when you need. Now, remember, the way you see yourself is creating your reality. So you could see yourself as someone that manifests instantly. You're someone who manifests on a time crunch. You're someone who's a master manifester. First and foremost, see yourself as this version of you. Decide that you just stepped into this version of you. You just put on the skin of this version of you. That's a master manifester. You manifest on a time crunch and you manifest instantly. The fact that you can imagine something means that you have the power to instantly manifest it because you can imagine it. Something you could do, this would be an imaginal act. In your imagination, I want you to imagine that it already happened. And then in your mind, I want you to see it as already done. Think from it already being done. That's what you want to think to yourself. SP already did that and it was right on time. I'm so grateful that I'm so powerful. I'm grateful I'm living the life that I wanted to live. Okay, so those are thoughts of living in the end. You're going to keep claiming this until it's true. And actually, even Neville Goddard has a chapter where he talks about manifesting on a time crunch. Remember, each day of the week or seasons, we have a feeling that we associate to days of the week's feelings. And by the way, if you want to get more into learning how to manifest on a time crunch, join my VIP group because I do discuss and I have a space dedicated to manifesting on a time crunch. But I want you to expand your thinking a little more. I want you to take yourself to a place where it feels like that's already in the past. And I want you to use that to get into that timeline and then think from the wish fulfilled. The wish fulfilled is that already happened. It worked. I did it. All right. So what other questions we have? Thoughts on revising abuse. You can imagine things went the way you wanted it to go. So here's what I would say. Let me just start over. It's not that you have to imagine it never happened, but you can imagine something different. You can imagine, I don't know without speaking to you, but first of all, yes, you can revise abuse. You can revise because there's a version of you that didn't have that experience. Do you want to tap into that version of you? That is possible. You can do that. I have clients that do that. I have done that myself. Shifted a timeline where that experience, it's so far away from you because you see yourself as a new version of you. Okay, now, what is your wish, right? What is your desire and your wish? To feel loved, to feel important. That might be some of what you want. And I want you to brainstorm and contemplate. This may take a few days. It may take a little bit of time. Okay. So what is it that you truly want? And get yourself there, to feel loved, to feel valuable, to feel validated. Possibly, right? Some of those ideas. And so whatever ideas are rising to the surface of your mind, those ideas are what you want to affirm. Okay. If you want to get into that further with me, join my VIP group. I can help you there. Okay. Thank you for the new followers. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the love and the likes. I love it. I am manifesting my ex in no contact. I don't want to call him. Should I? You don't have to, Toya. All right. Here's what you do. Remember, the past doesn't even necessarily exist. Only your memory of the past exists. Thank you for the lightning, Carly. So what should you do? Assume your wish fulfilled. That's you having your desire, right? Wish fulfilled is you having your desire. Assume your desire. What's your desire? Right? What's your desire? To be in a relationship or to be in communication? It doesn't matter what step along the way you want it to be. It could be anything you want. So let's say you want to start with communication. You want to have consistent communication. Then affirm that we have consistent communication. We are in consistent communication. We are in consistent communication. And then you affirm that until it becomes true. But that means you're not going to think, oh, I don't want to call him. No, your only thought in relation to this desire is, we're already in consistent communication. You're a master manifester. Assume that version of you that's a master manifester, that you just command and dictate to your world how you want things to play out. Nikki Project. I've only had success with money. Amazing. Congratulations. And little things, not romantic or SP, since I started this in March. Okay, well, you're doing amazing. Remember, you've had success with money and little things, but here's what you want to claim. Okay, so that's true, right? But remember, any assumption, even though it's not true, if you persist in any assumption, it will become true. So that's why you're going to start saying, I do have success with SP. Okay, that's what you need to be thinking or assuming as part of who you are. So affirm that. I've had success. I have consistent success. I am successful. Just think of how in scripture it says, let the weak man say, I am strong. The weak man's not going to say, I'm weak. Even the Bible said, let the weak man say, I am strong. So claim who you want to be. I am someone that manifests a specific person. I'm someone that manifested romance. It's easy for me to manifest romance. It's easy for me to manifest big things. Remember, you're going to be claiming something that's not true right now, but what you know is the law. And that what you put your focus on, what you're claiming, what you're affirming, will become a fact if you persist in that assumption. If you keep assuming you have it, it will manifest. Your subconscious mind will do its job, exactly what it does all the time. It will go out and prove to you that it's true. So I want you to get over this idea that that you have to take as fact what you see in your world. Don't take that as fact anymore, because the facts can change if you change them in your mind. You're in your own personal reality. Your reality is your consciousness pushed out. So this is what you need to be claiming. I can manifest anything. But then tomorrow don't say, but I can't manifest SP. It's been really hard. You might see someone in the comments, don't agree with them. If they say it's hard, you're like, yeah, I know it's hard for me too. Stop doing that. Stop identifying as that version of you. You have to identify as the version of you who can, who did, who does it, who is doing it, who is being that version of you. You're going to do that mentally. That's what you're going to assume about yourself. That's your self-concept, right? It's easy for me. It's easy for me to manifest anything, big or small. How can I manifest looking different from my family? Okay, what do you want? I know you want to look different from your family, but what do you want? How do you want to look? And then affirm that. Whatever it is, whatever your desire is, it doesn't matter if it's a physical body change. It doesn't matter if it's money, if it's a specific person. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever your desire is, you claim that you have it until it becomes true. You're going to affirm it. You're going to say it mentally until it's true. Step one, the first step is, what is your desire? And then second step is you're going to affirm it until it's a manifested fact and you're living that reality. You're living that life. Can I manifest for another person? Yes. Pumpkin. Yes, you can. In fact, you're already manifesting for other people, but you're doing it unconsciously. So yes, what is it how do you want to see that person? If you want to see that person with a new car, now imagine that person telling you they have a new car, or imagine you can see them driving up in that new car, or whatever it is. You want to imagine someone's getting married. Whatever it is, if you picture it in your mind, and you picture, meaning you can affirm it, or you can imagine it, visualize, right? Or you could script it, and you do that consistently, it's going to harden into fact. You're actually already doing it with your assumptions. So if you change your conception of someone in your world, you're going to change the way they relate to you in your world. If you change the conception in your mind mentally, you will actually manifest a new version of that person that matches the conception, right? The vision that you're holding of them. I had a reading from a very good psychic, but things haven't happened. How do I still manifest them? What is it that you want? You have to claim that you do have it. Do you understand? The 3D reality is part of the past. And when you're telling me things haven't happened, I understand you're telling me because you want to figure out what to do. But that's why they haven't happened, because you're thinking it hasn't happened yet. You look at your 3D world, you look at your physical world, and you go, oh my God, it hasn't happened. But you're looking at the physical world that where it hasn't happened, that means you're not seeing it mentally. All you have to do is see it mentally. Affirm it. Okay, you have to be saying it did happen. Okay, so the reason I'm laughing is because that doesn't feel that natural. It doesn't feel so natural to say it did happen. But here's why it did happen. Because you imagined it. And because first cause is your consciousness, your imagination is first cause. The outer world is the effect, right? We know cause and effect. You're the cause, the outer world is the effect. So it's like relearning how reality works. You're actually causation, and the outer world is the effect. So when you say things haven't happened, that's cause. 3D world, effect, proves to you it's true. 3D world's like, oh, continues to prove to you that that's true. What you need to be saying mentally is, it happened. It's possible it can manifest instantly right now. But when you don't see it right now, don't let that discourage you. I want you to go back and remember that because you imagined it, it's done. Because whatever you imagine, you're already creating reality that way. All of your life is created that way because you imagined it. You imagined your life. What you're living right now has been imagined by you, and that's why it is what it is. So you have to imagine something different in order to have a different result. That means you have to be imagining it did happen. It did happen. So you're going to know it. You're not a reasonable person anymore. You're not a reasonable person anymore because you know your imagination creates reality. So it did happen because you imagined it. Everything is unfolding. If there's no evidence, you say everything's done. That's it. It's done because you imagined it. What if SP came back after 2 weeks of conscious manifestation but ghosted after any conversation? Okay, congratulations, you're a master manifester. Do you see that you did that? 2 weeks after conscious manifestation. I mean, you were when conscious manifestation is like you were probably consistently paying attention to where you put your focus. And this person manifested in, you did that. So keep remembering that, because that's powerful for you to remember that you did that. Okay. So if you did that, you could do anything. You brought them into your life. Now, how do you keep it consistent, keep the relationship? You have to keep remembering who you are. Number one, you're the creator. That's first and foremost. You're a master manifestor. You're the creator. You're the architect of your life. So when someone ghosts you, you got to ignore that and then go to the end. What is it? Being in a happy relationship. If that's your goal, happy relationship, happy and fulfilled in your relationship, that's your end. Then let's say, okay, you brought that person in. It appears like it's happening. It's working. And you're like, yes. Then you don't hear from them. But at that moment, you have to remember. You ignore that circumstance, and you have to keep claiming already in the happy, healthy relationship, right? Happy, fulfilling relationship. I'm happy and fulfilled. So do you know that this all comes back to how you see yourself in relation to everything in your world? And this is why the self-concept, which means you with your desire or how you see yourself, is everything. It really is everything, because it's how you see yourself in relation to your desire. See yourself as already loved, already chosen. See yourself as someone that just knows how to figure it out. See yourself as loved no matter what. Like, see yourself in the relationship no matter what. The reason the ghosting happened, without talking to you, I don't exactly know, but you probably know. But you have the power to manifest a call today or text today and get this right back on track. Just go right back on track. Do exactly what you did before. Decide you are this person who's already a master manifester, and it's easy for you to manifest anything. Okay. Now, here's some things you could gauge where you are. What does your person think of you? Okay, so you want to go to the end. What do they think about you? Oh, they're madly in love with you. It's a blessing to be in your presence. Do you see? You want to consistently see yourself from that reality. Consistently see yourself in that reality. Consistently assume the wish fulfilled. I'm always telling each other in my VIP group, it's kind of like we're the predictor. I mean, this is just another way to say it. You're the predictor of your own reality. Like somebody here said they saw a great psychic. The truth is you're actually the psychic of your own reality because you're the cause, right? So technically you're the psychic of your own reality. You're the predictor of your reality. You have the power to predict anything. To predict, because you're already doing that. But most people are doing that unconsciously. They're predicting reality based on what other people have told them and judging the past of what has happened. So let's make a prediction today. Today you have communication. That's it. You just decide that. It's done. And now it's done. We already put that seed in the ground. It's done. You're going to have communication today. Thank you, Bonnie, for sharing the live. Appreciate that. And Baby Cupcakes, hello. Thank you for the puff heart. I love it. Okay, Apple user. You said, how can you get a third party out? By focusing on yourself, right? When you're consciously creating your reality, you want to see yourself as the one having your desire. You understand you created the third party. It came from you. That's not any coincidence. It's not something that happened to you. It happened from you and the beliefs that you hold about yourself in relation to love or relationships and that person. You created the third party because maybe you didn't feel chosen. Maybe you felt jealous. Oh, right? You understand that. Do you understand that? The third party appeared because of you, not a coincidence. It was a reflection of your inner world and your inner beliefs. And okay, so how do you change it? Okay, first understand that, because it's important to know your world is a reflection. It's your inner world reflects out. Third party is there because of why? Did you feel like maybe you weren't good enough? You didn't feel chosen? You didn't feel important? You always thought something like that would happen? Okay, so whatever that was, remember, you're not going to put your attention there anymore. Put all of your focus on you and how you see yourself. If you put your focus on yourself, you will see that third party just dissolves away. It won't even be part of your story. You have to put all of your focus on how you see yourself in relation to your specific person. You know, in how you see yourself for yourself, and how you see yourself in relation to your specific person. If you need help, use my Selfconcept course. Up here, the link in my bio. Read the success stories. You'll have an exact protocol of what to do, a blueprint of what you need to do, what you need to affirm, because you could do all of this with affirmations. Your affirmations create, and your affirmations are going to create this new vision of what you see for yourself, because it's that vision that creates your reality. Okay, if you want more help, if you want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals who know that they are a conscious creator, join my VIP group. You will manifest your desire. You will manifest your person falling head over heels in love with you, because you're going to see that about yourself. You're going to see this in yourself, and then therefore the world will reflect that back to you. Thank you again. All the new followers, I appreciate it. How can I manifest SP to stop talking to the third party? You have to ignore it completely. You can imagine SP is talking to you. Imagine SP is with you. Imagine you're in possession of your desire, and then that will literally stop. You have to imagine you have your desire, not that it's over there with another person having it. Imagine you have it. Hi, Joy. Nika, you said how to shift to a happier version of myself while dealing with depression. Why don't you declare that you're, you can say it with an intention or not. I like to declare. Why don't you declare, I'm happy, healthy, vital, and strong? Just keep saying those ideas over and over in your mind. I'm happy, healthy, vital, and strong. Actually, you know what's really powerful is when you have these like little Post-it notes, and just write, like put it on your mirror in the bathroom. Thank you for the rose. And then, you know, just put the word happy, joyful, feeling good, like different words, beautiful. What other words make you think of beauty and beautiful and love, peace, harmony? I mean, these actually, it sounds a little superficial, but it's not, because if you put your focus on these ideas, the reflection in the world, the physical world, will reflect where you put your focus. You can get yourself out of depression by focusing on love, peace, beauty, happiness, joyful. Can you find something that you like to do? You can. I know you can. So try to find things that would make you feel better. Okay, join my VIP group if you need help with that. You want to be surrounded by someone who's in your corner to remind you what you could be doing each day. How about realizing that I am all there is, and I am sad about it. Outside of creation, nothing. Wide awake. Did you have more? See, remember, everything is perspective. Why are you sad about it? You are all there is, but there are many entities with all there is. So can you see beauty in it instead of feeling sad about it? Could you feel like, wow, this is intriguing and this is exciting? Okay, so when we think of we're all one, I like the analogy of an ocean. So, right, a big ocean or a big body of water, right? So we're all one like that, yet you could take little droplets of the water, right? If you took a cup of the ocean and you could have little droplets of water, which would represent each one of us. We're all separate, yet we're one. It's a beautiful thing. So it's just a matter of changing your perspective. And Neville Goddard, I totally agree with him on his perspective of like, what's our purpose or why are we here? And some of that, what he states, and I feel like I really align with this, is that we came here to realize that we are the creator. We came here to have this experience because we're growing and expanding from it. We felt small, felt maybe worthless, feeling insignificant, not feeling important, right? Like all these experiences we had in life made us feel this way. But the truth is that's not who we are. It was only an experience. It's not who you are. And part of our purpose is waking up to realize who we truly are and to create heaven on earth, literally heaven on earth, by imagining it. You can create heaven on earth by imagining it. But you got to imagine heaven on earth, not hell. We might see hell on earth. You might be experiencing that, right? From the news, from what's happening in the 3D world. But if we put our attention there all the time, what's going to happen in our future? You're only reflecting more of that, or manifesting experiences more like that. So even if we see hell on earth, can we see the beauty that can come from it? Right? So it's really important. Where are you putting your attention and your focus? And I want you to think about that you have the power to create heaven on earth. Not only for you, but for others. You can imagine the most beautiful thing for other people. Beautiful things for other people. Okay, you want to be married to your baby daddy. That's what you're saying, life in 5 stars. Okay, so that's what you want to imagine. Let's take you to that timeline. You're already married and you're a family together. We are already married. That's it. You just say that to yourself all the time. Already married. He's already in love with me. Or she, right? Baby daddy, so he. Okay, he's already in love with me. We're in love. You have to say as if it's already a fact. You're just going to say it in your mind. You don't have to announce it to the 3D world, because the 3D world is the past. It doesn't matter what's about the 3D world. What matters is what you're saying to yourself on your inner world. Yep, Claudine, you said we just imagine what you want and that manifests in the 3D. Yes, you imagine what you want and you're already doing that. You're already imagining things, but what are you imagining? Are you imagining based on, even some logical things, but maybe that's not the outcome you want? Then don't imagine that. Imagine what you want and don't take no for an answer, and don't settle until you get your desire. When I'm saying don't settle, it means keep imagining your wish fulfilled. Keep imagining you have possession of that desire. Keep imagining that it's already done. So you imagine it by claiming it, by knowing it, or all of these. Just you claim it. Like, this is done. This is mine. Imagination, you are so special. You have a beautiful energy. So calm, loving. I trust you. Thank you, imagination. I appreciate you. I appreciate your here. My intention is that, first of all, I changed my whole entire life because I realized that what I'm thinking was happening. I was like, oh my God, how am I only finding this out at age 46? Right? I was finding that out 6 years ago. And I changed my life within 1 year, but I was dedicated. I was no longer accepting. I was no longer resentful, no longer jealous, no longer angry. Understand, like, sometimes some of that you work through, right? But if you focus on the heaven on earth, what would it look like if it's heaven on earth? What would it look like if you're imagining and wishing the best for not only yourself, but others? And you can create that. And I did that in my own life. So I want you guys to all see that. I know you do see that. What if sometimes I feel confident for a couple hours, but fear pops up? That's okay. Just say that fear is not even real. Just say that's, actually, I was listening to Dr. Joseph Murphy, and it was funny because he was calling a fear like the boogeyman. Like, the boogeyman's not real, right? So just be like, that's fear. That's the boogeyman. It's not real. It's not real. But see, in life, if we really feel like fear is real, it feels real. It can feel real. Remember, all possibilities exist. it can feel real because you think it's real, but if you know that fear is not real, it's just like the boogeyman. It's not even real. So when fear pops up, just say, I don't choose that, or that's not real. And then what you really want to do is redirect your attention and say, I am confident. Because pretty soon that fear is just going to be down here. It won't even be popping up in your life anymore. Because the more, like, let's say this is you being confident and you're like, I'm confident. And then the fear pops up and it's like, no, you'll never get what you want. You're never good enough to, right? Those words or whatever. This confidence has to be more like stronger in your mind, more powerful. Because when you say, I am confident, and then this fear is just going to go down. I promise you. So you'll keep doing that with frequency and the fear will just dissipate. What can I do when I feel lonely to get back to the state of being in a loving relationship? Go within, because stop relying on the outer world to create all your fulfillment. It's learning how to create fulfillment from within. So the state of being in a loving relationship, be in the state of love. Not only like loving yourself with self-love, but seeing love seeing through the eyes of love. See through the eyes of love. See through the eyes of fulfillment. Even affirming things will get you to that place. So you could say things to yourself like, I am fulfilled. I am satisfied. I am loving. I am loved. These ideas will bring you to that end. And you'll have experiences that bring you to that end. Or you'll have ideas or others that will help you, right? Because whatever you focus on is what you're going to be experiencing. So just remember, you're never alone. I mean, that's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is you are never alone. That's why you go within, talk to infinite intelligence and say things like, I know you're here for me. And listen, because you will have an idea or a realization that's infinite intelligence speaking with you. There's a book, Conversations with God. That would be maybe an interesting read for you. Is that the author? Conversations with God. Okay, so think about that you're really never alone. It might only appear that way, but you're not. So tap into infinite intelligence who's with you, who has your back, who's always with you. Wide awake. Most people don't really know what they want. And when they do know what they want, it's easy. Yeah. It's easy. Get clear about what you want in detail. Yeah. Actually, that's great advice. You can, by the way, I was so wishy-washy for a lot of my life. I never really knew what I want. I was like, I don't know, I want this or that. I almost didn't care sometimes. And now I'm someone who I know what I want, and I know what I want, but I claimed it. Okay, so I'm more decisive. I'm more sure about what I want. And I did that by affirming it. And remember, it wasn't true in the beginning. I affirmed it until it became true. So I would say things to myself like, I know what I want, or I intend to know what I want. I know exactly what I want. But I didn't know what I want, but I would just say, I know exactly what I want. And I kept affirming it. And then guess what? Like there would be a conversation that I would overhear about people talking about something. And I was like, oh, that's what I want. Like I would have realizations of what I wanted just by focusing on and claiming it. But you guys, I love you so much. If you need additional help, you can go to the link in my bio, see different ways to work with me, join my VIP group, my monthly subscription community, or use my Selfconcept course. I love you all. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye.